Hi everyone, it's Sam Carey from the New Ed Tech Classroom, and welcome to Tech Tip Tuesday. Today's tip is to set up a class list in Google Contacts for all of your students' emails. Now, why would you want to do this? Let me show you a couple of examples. First, let's say we're here on Google Jamboard and you want to share this Jamboard with your entire class. You could share the document by giving unrestricted access to it, but that method isn't very private. And when students come in, they'll all be entering as anonymous users, which isn't ideal. You could also share it with your entire class by assigning it via Google Classroom, but sometimes you might just want to create a quick Jamboard without going through that extra step. Without a Google Contacts class list, you'll be stuck manually entering all of your students' emails in order to share this Jamboard with them. Instead, once you've set up a class list in Google Contacts, you'll be able to simply enter the name of that list and it will auto-populate all of your students' individual emails. The same is true for other Google apps. So let's say you're over here in Gmail. Once you've already set up your class list, you'll only need to type the name of the list in order to populate every student email address from your class. To create a class list, let's start over here in Google Classroom. I'll go over to the People tab and select the action box underneath Students. Then on the drop-down menu, I'll choose Email. Once I've selected to email all my students, an email template will pop up with all my students' email addresses. You're going to want to copy and paste all of these student email addresses into Google Contacts in order to make your class list. So I'll click on the BCC box with their emails, choose Command A on a Mac, or click Control A on a PC to select all, and then click Command or Control C in order to copy all of these addresses. It doesn't really matter whether or not you pull these in from Google Classroom. All that matters is that you have a list of all your students' emails and that you're able to copy and paste them into Google Contacts. Then I'll head over to Google Contacts, which you can find at contacts.google.com. Right now, you'll see that I don't have any contacts added yet to this account. To create my class list, I'll first click Create Label, and then I'll create a label with the name of my class. For example, I could label it 9th grade class list 2021. Then I'll click Save. You'll notice that if I click on the label I just created, there currently aren't any contacts under that label, so I need to bring them in. I'll do that by going up to Create Contact and then select Create Multiple Contacts. Since I've already copied all of my student email addresses, I'll hit Command V on a Mac or Control V on a PC to paste all of the email addresses in. And you also have the option to import multiple contacts with a CBC file here. Once you've pasted in all of those contacts, you'll also just want to make sure that you've added those contacts under the correct label, which you can verify here. Once you're ready, click Create, and you'll see that all the email addresses you just copied and pasted have now been added to your 9th grade class list. Now, if you go back to Google Jamboard, when sharing the document, just start typing 9th grade class list, select your class list, and you'll see that all of my student emails have automatically populated in the share notification window. Similarly, if I hop over here to Gmail again to compose a new email, all I'll need to do is start typing 9th grade class list 2021, and that will auto-populate all the students' email addresses from that class list in the To window. Creating lists in Google Contacts obviously isn't limited to student emails. You might also find it helpful to create contact lists for parents or even groups of teachers you frequently email or share documents with. I hope you found today's tech tip useful, and if you have any questions or ideas about creating class lists yourself, please put those in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching my video to the end. If you're interested in learning all about how to use instructional technology to increase student engagement, personalize instruction, provide authentic learning experiences, improve communication with families, optimize your organization systems, and so much more, then check out my online course, The 21st Century Classroom. In the video description, you'll find a link to 21centuryclass.com where you can learn more about the course as well as sign up for the latest enrollment updates. In the video description, you'll also find the link to my website where you can find additional resources for teaching with technology, as well as links to my social media accounts on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and TikTok, where I post 60-second quick tips about teaching with technology. Thanks again for watching and have a great week.